Veterans Day was formerly known as Armistice Day. To end World War I, the Allies and Germany signed an armistice in 1918, or truce, on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. In 1938, it was voted a national holiday. After World War II ended, President Eisenhower signed the bill to change Armistice Day to Veterans Day. Later, Congress passed the Monday Holiday Law, which made Veterans Day the fourth Monday in October. The law took effect in October of 1971. Veterans Day was moved back to its original date in 1978. Service. Useful labor that produces a tangible commodity.
It meant to me comrade. It meant to know people, to understand the gentlemen and men and women who were with you in Vietnam. It meant a different type of life. It's different from what people think.
Serving my country to me, being a soldier is something I always wanted to do. Right before I turned 21, I finally decided to go see the recruiter and do something about it before it was too late. To me, it feels, I feel closer to everyone. I feel like I'm working for everybody that I see. I'm working with my brothers and sisters in arms.
But we were young kids going into the service. On my ship, I was fortunate that I was on a small ship. It had a capacity of crew, officers, and enlisted men of about 85 crew, and about 8 officers and the rest of them enlisted. Most of our crew were 17, 18, and 19-year-olds, and we really enjoyed one another. It was, you know, we had come out of a depression. We'd never traveled any place, and now here we were. Had been to Chicago, been down to Norfolk, Virginia, heading. Now we commissioned a ship in Chicago, in Charleston, South Carolina, on our way to the canal, Panama Canal, which you read about and you heard in history, but you never knew what it was. And so having all those experiences was quite a thing for me. So there's just a number of things, and I think all of us who were on board ship, on my ship in particular, we wanted to be there, we wanted to serve the country, and we're really happy to be in the Navy.
Honor. One whose worth brings respect. The Tomb of the Unknown Soldier contains the remains from World War I, World War II, and Korea. It had remains from the Vietnam War, but through DNA testing it was discovered that the remains belonged to Air Force First Lieutenant Michael Joseph Blassie. The Vietnam tomb will remain empty. The Sentinel's Creed. My dedication to this sacred duty is total and wholehearted, and the responsibility bestowed on me never will I falter. And with dignity and perseverance, my standard will remain perfection. Through the years of diligence and praise and the discomfort of the elements, I will walk my tour in humble reverence to the best of my ability. It is he who commands the respect I protect, his bravery that made us so proud. Surrounded by well-meaning crowds by day, alone in the thoughtful peace of night, this soldier will in honored glory rest under my eternal vigilance.
In many ways, mainly was, the camaraderie with my comrades that I served with at the outpost Berlin, which basically was a hilltop, about a 450, 500 foot hilltop, where we had trench lines and we were trying to keep the Chinese Chi-Coms from taking it over. They were trying to get as much ground as they could. We were trying to hold as much ground as we could. That really was soul searching for me. I was a Marine and was intending to become a Marine, but after my service there and seeing what I saw and having to do what I had to do, I decided to become a Navy corpsman because I observed the corpsmen that were attached to the Marine units. And Navy corpsmen and Marines have a very special bond. We take care of the Marines and they take care of us.
Around 5 o'clock, we called the officer of the deck and said, hey, we've got bogeys in here within 30 miles of us, and there's probably 50 of them. And so we went to general quarters, which means every battle station was manned on our ship. And that was around about 5:30, and all of the guns were busy. We think we did real well on our 40 millimeter. And I don't want to go into any details on that. But anyhow, we did our share of protecting on our side of the ship. And then I kept hearing on my headphones that we had a suicide coming in from a port aft. It came in, Jimmy was firing at it with his gun in over here and blew up underneath my gun stub. And so I was ejected into the water. I came to in the water.
Really was soul searching for me.
We think we did real well on our 40 millimeter.
Being a soldier is something I always wanted to do.
One of the things you're proud about is when you stand up and do the Pledge of Allegiance. It sounds silly to a lot of people, but one of the pride that comes out of that is knowing that you did an excellent job and that the people you're protecting are still safe. And that's really all it's about.
To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who died in the country's service and with gratitude for the victory, both because of the thing from which it has freed us and because of the opportunity it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice and the councils of the nations. Woodrow Wilson, November the 11th, 1919.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for